Alrighty, hey everyone, I'm Harshal. I'm the founder of Dreamer Studios, and today I wanted to make a video about my entire AI tech stack, whatever you want to call it. This is what I think has been the best working for me, everything that I work through, and today I wanted to share the entire knowledge of how I run my agency, going through every tools, hopefully things that can be helpful for you guys as well. First things first, I'll do is I'll just start through every tool and I'll try to break down how I use it. For example, get started with Whisper. So boom, Whisper. Whisper, for any one of you that doesn't know, is basically like audio to text. I use it whenever I have to give in a very long prompt, or I am speaking into Claude. I want to draft a mail and I want to just like give in what I have to say and I want to draft it out. So it's a pretty cool tool. It can be integrated with everything. You can also use the F5 button, which connects to the mic on your MacBook. But this is a bit better. I have been using it normally for a lot of stuff. The flow is pretty easy, so it's pretty easy to use. I will not like demo it right now because then it will hamper the audio quality in this demo. But yeah, it's a pretty cool tool. I've been using it. I got some free credits because I was in live the residency, so I got some free credits from here, so I've been using those for a while. And yeah, so that is it. Chat GPT, boom. So Whisper, simply voice to text, right? Ticking it off, boom. Chatgpt.com, nothing much actually here. I use ChatGPT mostly for brainstorming or sending proposals, moving updates, message improvement, some MVP questions, tweet formatting. For example, I was working on a EV kind of project, so trying to figure out how should we price it, how should we break down everything on this, things like website URL extraction, design feedbacks, requests, or maybe internship letters for my team. So it's mostly used for drafting stuff from inputs. So my most use of uh, ChatGPT is just like a lot of documentation, formatting messages, and creating PRDs, creating basic invoices, or maybe creating service agreements, thing like that. Thirdly, Claude AI. Claude is another thing very similar to ChatGPT. Now, here's the fun part. I use Claude for a research that is a bit more deeper. For example, again, there are two main things that I've been using. I should actually technically pin it. These two, this and this. So daily task management is where if you have seen one of my tweets, which I will show you quickly. Actually, I tweet a bit, so I'll have some time needed to find the tweet. Yeah, this one. So I use it basically to write down my productivity. But before going to sleep, I tell it ki, hey, this is like 19th August, so I want to make a to-do list for 20th August, and boom, I type in everything, and basis that it gives me all the thing that I need to do, like a to-do list, so that like boom, I just every morning I write it down. This is my first top use case. Second is I put in everything that I have done throughout the day, and kind of try to um, get some content ideas. So boom, I just gave in like, hey, blah 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 blah. This is what you are doing. Process another closing client, and all that. And like it gives me a lot of Twitter content ideas. So whenever I am sitting down to write a lot of tweets, I already have the ideas, just literally from what I have been working on for the last day. So these are my top two things that I like. This conversation, this is new, but I think this conversation has been going on for a while. So it's like every day I just boom, 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 keep dropping my to-do list. It keeps updating it, and hence it keeps getting better and better every time. And it also like gives me a momentum, like strong momentum with 600 followers. Timing's perfect for reach out to sponsors and all that jazz. So I just like also use it to talk it out, like a business journal plus a bit of mentoring. I also use it for some other documentational stuff, things like that is there as well. So yeah, Claude is a bit for things that are more deeper in nature. ChatGPT is like for mostly documentational stuff, daily journals and to-dos. Next, getmocha.in. This is an amazing tool, which is pretty similar to. Okay, yeah, verifying. That's interesting. Just a second. My MS, I think I confused it. But right now I'm signed out, but I have made some tutorials around this, and I've been using Mocha to make a lot of base layouts for products, laying out stuff. And I've been using their tool. Their tweets went viral. Shout out to the founder, Nick uh, Colas. Yeah, I'm in touch with him. We have been ideating a lot on ideas. They just launched and they had a very good time. So I've been using Mocha a lot for a lot of ideas. I have built a lot of stuff on it, and like AI integration, database, everything about has been super good. If I can log in again, I'll show you sometime. Yeah, after that, Mocha, once that is done, boom, we have Fireflies AI. Fireflies, if I just show my calendar quickly, I usually have a lot of meetings throughout the day, like sync ups with team, sync up or maybe call bookings. So I use Fireflies AI for a lot of stuff. If I click open app, um, these are my storage exhausted, but like I pretty much rash it out through the free tier only. So all the calls that have been happening, what are the updates, and just use this. And I what I also do is basically a when I have an intro call with a client, I use it for that call, and then I use it as a base to try to draft a documentation for everything. And the good thing is, like, if I go through a mail, I'll show you. The good thing is, like, it also shows key what were the questions asked, what are the action item detected, times and discussed, what are the key highlights, what are the meeting overviews and everything. So it's a pretty cool thing. It makes my life easier. I don't have to document all my calls. Everything is logged here. Plus the good thing is, like, if I kind of struggle with some call, I can just go to, for example, this call, and there's a transcript. I can search through it. I can search a word that if they had talked about code, so didn't find it, but let's say what UI, let's say. So yeah, UI, and I can even click on it, and it will start playing the audio. So I can always come back, refer to something if there is a confusion on any parties working together. Closing this in, so ticking this off again. This is a workflow I've created over time, and obviously, some people will be in a comment that this is not the most optimized one, but uh, I try to have something that I get done by hands. uh, Slack, all download studios. uh, this is where I basically manage all of my clients. I technically shouldn't show this, but I'll just probably try to blur it out from some editing. So yeah, Slack is another good tool for teams and communication, just working on everything. Perplexity, I haven't used it since past few days, but what I use Perplexity is like to for deep research whenever I want to research something deeper, or I want a lot of web access. I use Perplexity for that. I haven't had a use in few days, but yeah, it's a cool tool when you want to search something deep on a deeper level. Figma is my jam, because I was a designer previous to be doing this. So I like did freelancing in the design space as well, and we actively work on it. So this is my main personal design file. If you can see it, it has like too many things on the zoomed out level. Like it has things to the point where things are getting slowly rendered out, because everything I do, everything like do on the UI space. For example, this is even loading. Everything I do in the UI space is logged here. I Yeah, this is my single file where everything is I do is logged. The sad part is sometimes when I'm working through this, for example, the logo even that we currently have, I had made it here only. The sad part is sometimes like I have so many components here. It gets missed. I sometimes find it hard to find some things because I've been using so many things. Uh, so yeah, this is there, and other than this, the next tool is linear dot app. I'll avoid going to inside a project. Yeah, and I was avoiding it. It went inside, but yeah. Here's where we manage all of our projects, what has been going on, what are the projects that we are working through, what are the updates, what are timelines, who is managing it, the team, and everything, and tickets. Not going deep because these are internal. Midjourney, I had a subscription till few days ago, I think around 19th of August. So I look around a bit, but I used it to create a lot of creative. I think things I've made. I'll have to definitely cut the top now. So yeah, making design ideations of whatever I want, some sprints, logos, and all that jazz. Whatever I'm working on, things like that. So I use Midjourney for a lot of content creation. For example, these designs that I made for collaboration with Rocket, all that jazz, making aesthetic pages, uh, things like this. So been using this for things like this as well, making landing sections and all that jazz. So yeah, I think I mostly use Midjourney for video ideations or content ideations, right? And what's next? Mobbin I don't use heavily. Um, my design team is very into it, but Mobbin I have used for like ideations of components and like companies. I think the link did not open. Uh, 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 for example, Mobbin Tyson. For example, if I was like sitting with my friend Om trying to see through what screen should I have. So see similar, I can go to components, try to see what are the new UI popping up in the design space for mobile, things like this. So yeah, there's that, simply for ideation on the design side. Like Scalidraw, I mean I don't need to explain it much for wireframes, HLD level design. So every project that I'm working on, what are the documentations, what is the workflow, for example making diagrams of the product, how should it work, what's my journey, some UIs. Literally I think my single Excalibur frame has these things only, right? My workflow is there, and it's weird. I'm just like observing now that I work in a horizontally downwards, like top left to bottom right kind of pattern. Technically I should like fill up the canvas, probably looking for more and more the free space. So yeah, Excalibur is for that. Eraser.io, it's another cool tool. App.eraser.io, dashboard.all. I now use Excalibur heavily, but what I use it is like generate AI diagram or generate an AI outline. So for example, this tool, I was now that this is not in match with this, but I was working on a sales voice agent kind of idea, and I was trying to make a diagram to help explain to a client, and boom, I just given a AI prompt, it creates a diagram. So here you can see receives call, Servam AI or Maya Labs or things like that, natural language processing. So the whole logic is here, can I resolve queries? So everything that's found here, and it's easier to visualize the workflow. So I use it a lot for these two features, which is generate AI diagram, generate AI outline. These are my top two uses for it. Again, sticking to the free tier, cheap AF, not cheap, being frugal mindset. Uh, Cursor AI. I've been using Cursor just to working on my SAS for all the components that are there. What has been working, so like I've been showing my WhatsApp, which is not good. And yeah, Cursor is what I work through, pushing code and everything. You won't see a lot of code, it will see empty because I've been working on little branches, dev branch and things like that, and like I push a lot of code for, like for example I'll show you. For example, this branch has 154 commits, so I commit a lot of code. I commit very frequently. Is it a good thing? Is it about bad? Not sure. I like to log everything that I've been working on. So yeah, Cursor for coding, Zoho. I'll just Zoho.com. I use it for mails. I don't find a point, at least now, for like getting a Google connection with my mail when, again being frugal here, but Yeah, everything works for me in Zoho. When I can work on Zoho, why not? So I use it for mails, I use it for some content management, things like that. So yeah, Zoho is for mails and managing stuff. uh, Notion is my jam for managing stuff. So if I go Notion marketing, so yeah, this is my company, Notion, managing everything: marketing, tutorial ideas, tweet dashboard, content calendar, more hooks, solve prompts, everything I'm working on, old stuff, coding benchmarks that I've created for the team, how we should work through all the PRs. I try to make a very good workflow for it, so using semantic commits. So everything I have SOPs, even like developer SOP, client SOP, project management SOP. Thank you, shout out to my co-founder Wasim. He has been very good at this. So I use Notion for documentation, wikis, AI notes, tasks, and everything. Finally, Cap, the one tool which is recording this video is Cap. I use it for recording videos, and also when I have to like send some videos to clients for demos. So yeah, I just do. I have Cap Pro. I use it rarely now, but I think I'm gonna stick with it, probably because I need it to send demos to clients. That helps a lot. And so yeah, Cap is simply for it. PayPal, I don't think I need to explain a lot for what is PayPal. PayPal.com, I use it for receiving a lot of international payments. I have an account since the days I was freelancing, and yeah, it's like pretty chill. Payment is most easy here. I tried to create a Wise account, did not get created, don't know why. They were not onboarding new Indians, things like that. So I use PayPal sometimes, although now I prefer like inward remittance. um, what next? Pinterest, don't need to explain a lot. It's just like for creating mood boards, see design trends, what are going on. GitHub, as I showed you, it is for managing all of the code bases, all of the products that I have been working on or my team is working on. We are present on GitHub as Dreamland Studios. Drop a follow, drop a like, whatever. Everyone who is with us is working here only. Yeah, GitHub is for like code base management. Finally, Warp. Warp, if I can show you, I use Warp. I like its AI. For example, I think I was using ngrok on a product so that like I could share the link, add authentication token, setting up things. So it's good because like I can use run commands, I can do conversational, I can. It has a pretty chill free tier. Everything I do is like work through within the same only, and it's fun. I don't have to like go through every minute detail. I can just ask it and it can work through the details. So there's DevOps and Vercel. I don't think I need to give a lot of explanation here, but okay, fine. Vercel is just for like managing projects, managing everything around it. Uh, these are projects that I've been actively working on. Boom. So I have done a lot of stuff, deleted a lot of projects. This was, by the way, my portfolio. Arshil.wiki. I created it using Manu Paji's portfolio link. So yeah, me, what I've been working on, some cool stuff. Con- Contact me, Gmail, things like that. Superbase, Superbase is for simply managing stuff. Superbase. I'll not show any project. Superbase.com, build and scale things. I use it for a Postgres um, connection. Technically, I think I'll be shifting to NeonDB eventually, but for now it works. I get the job done. Shipping products is faster here, and like I can do a lot of integrations. Um, Superbase, so yeah, Superbase is there. SuperXO, shout out to Rob. I am going to be managing, but I'll show you quickly. SuperX is a content management thing I've been using. That gives you inspirational ideas. It gives you like a lot of stuff that you can work on top of for creating content. I have like my post quiz, what are the draft that I have for content. I can manage context. They even have algo stimulator. So things like that help me with like creating content on Twitter a lot. Another thing like I just remembered right now is Clerk, which is auth management. A It's a pretty cool tool. I have been using it. People are against using Clerk. They're like, oh my god, Clerk and all that. Clerk. Hold on a second. Yeah. So people are against. People like, oh, the free once you get logged into it, you will get stuck with it and all that jazz. But you can do 10,000 monthly active users. A lot of products don't even reach 10,000. Until then, your job is to ship the product faster. So use it, guys. I use it in my latest builds. Once the product is about to reach those levels, then I kind of like, or maybe like I'm seeing the trend where it is possible. Then I think, okay, I can do something like maybe next auth. So it is a very good thing to work if your code base is in Next.js. So Next.auth free, no such jazz, easy to integrate, just providers, and you can put in stuff, and your components are here. Session management is also easy. So yeah, if you want a alternative, even if you want a alternative, that would be for me Next.auth. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my workflow. These are the tools I use every, not daily, but like everything I work through, all of my tool stack would be this. And yeah, that's it. Hope you got some knowledge from it and this was able to help.